Well, good afternoon. It is Tuesday, and it is the end of April. Can you believe it? It is 3:59, so I will be starting up in just a minute or so. But if you're joining me early, welcome to Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jenny. It's actually our scrapbook trio event today with Patty at 9 o'clock. No, she was at 9 o'clock this morning. Tammy was at 11, and I'm here at 4 o'clock. And we are featuring the Wildflower Celebrations Kit. For some reason, it says Wildflower Birthday Kit on that. But let me see if I can find myself on here so I can see comments. And there we are. Let's see, go there. And it is 4 o'clock on the dot. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And I'm excited to share with you a special celebration that I had with my sister 3 years ago. But this is a Wildflower birthday, or not Wildflower. It says Wildflower birthday, but it actually is called the Wildflower Celebrations Scrapbooking Kit. And Patty did layout 1, and hey, Tammy, welcome. Patty did layout 1 this morning. Tammy did layout 2 this morning, and I'm doing layout 3. And on my blog tomorrow, you will find links to each of their scrapbooking playlists. Hey, Anne, welcome. There's playlist on YouTube. When the playlist will have their videos featured with their scrapbooking layouts. So this is just a sneak peek of some of the things that are in the scrapbooking kits. These are the stickers. Here are some of the designer series paper, or the pattern paper. And let's go ahead and get started. I decided when this came up as our scrapbooking, I thought it would be fun to scrapbook my sister's 50th birthday. And let's go ahead and get started. This was 3 years ago. And hey, Patty. Yes, my trio friend. But we went to, or my sister lives in Texas, and so I made arrangements to fly out for her 50th birthday and surprise her. And we not only did we do a surprise birthday party for her, but my mom and I surprised her with an overnight weekend, or an overnight trip to Galveston, which is her favorite getaway. And Galveston is about an hour and a half south of where she lives. So let's go ahead. Oh, that goes on the other page. So let's go ahead. We're going to start with this page here. And the original layout has everything going. It has their banners. Let's see. I'll find it here. Oh, page layout 2, layout 3 has their banners going vertical. But I have decided to play with this and go horizontal. And I've switched it up a little bit too on what side is on there. Hi, Debbie, welcome. So let's go ahead and get started. I've started off with this striped paper, and it's actually the B side of the paper I had showed earlier with the birthday cakes. And this is, what size is this? Let's see, let me tell you what size this is. This is a 5 by 9 3/4. And then what I did is I made a flag. I made a banner out of it. And then these is peach pie. And I made, let's see, these are what size? I don't have everything written. I'm looking at the layout booklet. And if you haven't seen one of our layout booklets, the kit booklet looks like this. And it has all the pages it shows you the pictures of the paper. And it has the sizes written in here and what you're cutting out. And it even tells you 3A, 1B, 2J. The numbers are the layouts, and the letters are the places in which you place it, if you want to follow it step by step. I'm using our peach pie cardstock. It's the two-toned, and I have, let's see, are these the 4 by 8? I think these might be there's my ruler. These are actually 4 by, no, they're 8 8 3/4 by, I think I cut them down a little bit, by 4 1/2. Oh, nope, that was one of them sizes. It's either 4 by 8 or 4 1/2 by 8 3/4. These are the 4 1/2 by 8 3/4. And I'm going to put them sort of, I'm going to take this one, stick it out a little bit. We'll cut the edge off here, and then I want to layer it a little bit. So we'll put this here and this here. I want to get it centered. And what's fun is I'm actually going to, you're going to see, I'm going to tie this in on the opposing page. So let's go ahead. And I'm going to move this one, actually, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this one here. I'm going to leave this one off a little bit. And then we're going to put this one right about here. So we have a little jag here and there. It's sort of staggered. All right, so we're going to do that. And let me lay this out first, and then I'll tell you the little stories that go along with it. And then we'll put it together. So this is the day I flew in on a Monday, and we had it all arranged. My brother-in-law was picking me up from the airport. I flew in, I think about 5:30 or so in the evening. My sister wasn't getting home until a little bit later because she had some meeting at work. And she was talking about, you guys can't see let me get the glare off of that. She was talking because it was raining when I flew in. It was a fun thunderstorm that was going on while I was flying into Houston. And she came in talking about how, it wasn't too bad raining out there and everything else. And I came out with my video playing, and I says, well, yeah, but you should have seen it when I landed. And this was her response when she saw me. She was shocked beyond belief. Couldn't believe I was there. And the fun thing is I didn't get an actual picture. I took this and I actually screenshotted this from the video that I have of that. And so I spent a whole week there. This was the first night I was there. I have a lot of other pictures, mostly of one of the days that we were there before the birthday party. She thought this was the surprise with just me showing up. She had no idea that we had an overnight trip to Galveston planned, or that there was, even when she returned from the Galveston trip, there would be a birthday party planned for her. So we did some fun things and just hung out, and then I watched my niece perform, and because she was in color guard. And if you know anything about Texas, marching band and color guard are like big. It's like, ice hockey in Canada. It's Texas. That's Texas big. But anyway, so we went to Galveston and we rented a little Airbnb, and this is our view from our patio, looking out the sun. I think that was the sunrise. I got up. I couldn't sleep really well. It was really fun to listen to the waves crash and come in and watch the sunrise over. And we went and hung out at the beach. I'm going to move this over because we have several pictures to fit in here. And that's me and my sister and my mom hanging out. And this was day one. This was day two at Galveston. And this is the three of us on day three. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mat each one of these behind some willow white so that they sort of stick out a little bit and they don't blend into the page. So we're going to move this over a little bit. I love being able to play with them and just sort of see things how they go. Let's put this on here. All right, there. And I need to shave this. You can tell I just switched out my blade because that is how it cut and it didn't look too good. So I'm going to shave. I'm going to sand this off a little bit. And I just changed my blade. So none of my other papers will do that. So going on my next list of order is some replacement blades. And we got this going here. And this one here. Galveston was so pretty and was so nice in March. It was a very special trip. It was really fun. the best part was surprising her because she had absolutely no clue. And I know one of the last couple times I've done my scrapbooking, I can see that you can't see where I'm going to lift my camera, so I hope I don't make anybody dizzy. I'm going to pull it out a little bit so that you can see the whole page. You just changed your blade too. Funny how, yeah, it does creep up on you. I was like, everything's cutting nice, and then bam, all of a sudden it's not cutting at all. I don't know what I was saying. Oh, usually I type and print out my journaling, but I thought, you know what, this time I'm gonna handwrite it. And so we're using this little tag here that was one of the punch outs, and I put surprise trip to see my sister for her 50th birthday and the time that I was there, March 21st to March 28th. And it needed a little something, so I actually measured off a little bit of the sticker and put that at the bottom to give that something. And then we're going to add this little cupcake here at the top. And actually, I want to add another sticker here. The cupcake is one of the punch outs, but I want to add another sticker here. And let me move this around so I can fit these in here and everything. We had a really good time. Like I said, it was one of the best surprises. And we actually surprised my sister for her 40th too, but it was the entire family. And oh, that was a story in itself. I wish I had pictures of that one, but they decided to go out for dinner. My brother-in-law decided to talk her into going out for dinner. And I want to put this here. And what he did is we showed up and she passed us in the parking lot and saw us driving and was, she almost hit something, I think. Maybe not, but it was pretty funny. Where are my stickers? Oh, there are my stickers. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue all this down and I'm going to put love this right here in the sticker area. So let's go ahead and put this stuff together. Let's see, we have to do the layers. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the, here's my stuff, my Stampin' Up. I'm going to attach the photos to their mats first. All right. And then set those aside so that I know where I'm going to put them. Just little dashes. I love this Galveston place. And you know, going back to this Galveston, what ended up being next door is a fun little RV park. So I think I wrote it down because eventually my husband and I are going to get an RV, and I think it would be fun to go and camp right on the Gulf Coast there in Galveston. So we'll put that there. So I love my sister. I miss her a lot. She's my sister. Actually, I don't know if you know, but my daughter has recently moved to Texas to go to school, and she lives 10 minutes from my sister and my mom lives with my sister. So it's nice to have family. And actually last month, when I wasn't here for one of our Teach It Tuesdays because I was visiting all of them. So let's put these here and let's attach our banner first. And I'm going to show you how I made the banner because I have a banner for the other page. So let's put this on here. I want to make sure it's sort of in the middle and right up against the edge. All right, there's that. And we'll put this. Oh, that was my mess up. So I didn't like how that turned out. So get rid of the surprise. And we're going to sort of off-center it there. All right, and then we're going to put another one. I think I'm going to put the lighter side. That's the nice thing about this tool set is it's two-tone. It's darker and lighter. I'm going to do the lighter side here. All right. And it doesn't take much. And then we're going to do that right there. All right. So let's go ahead and set these out right here. We might, there we go. So there, all right there. And there's our trip to our room at Galveston. All right, and then the surprise there. Let's go ahead and put our flowers. So we're going to attach this now, the mats. So if I don't catch comments, sorry, I'm just trying to get this. Does my sister stamp and make cards? No, actually she doesn't. She's not a big crafty kind of person. She's so busy. She works for a church and works in an administrative aspect for several of the different ministries, and one of them is the children's ministry, and they really keep her hopping. So she's not overly crafty. She would much rather much rather cheer her Astros on. I got the craftiness. I inherited the crafting from our grandmother, my mom's mom, who was my granny, was very, very crafty. She painted, she crocheted, it's almost like, what didn't she do? So let's put this here. And we're gonna sort of slide it underneath the picture a little bit, there we go. We got that laid down. All right, before we do anything else, since all that's attached, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this piece off. So, let's see. I mean, you could cut this to the exact size you want, but I don't know. I just like to sort of play with it, and I'm never sure exactly how long I want it. So I cut it the assigned length, and then I will go ahead and adjust it as needed. All right, let's go ahead and, I want to add my cupcake and our Love This sticker. So let's take this Love This sticker off. I love these stickers, really good. She looks like your friend Marty, and Marty is the same line of work. Oh, how funny. That is funny. My sister actually went to school to be a youth pastor, a youth minister, or what we call a DCE in the Lutheran Church. And so she's still doing her line of work, but on a different level, in a different capacity. So I think it's really awesome that she's doing this. All right, let's see. We're going to put that flower there. And there is layout number 1 of my first day. Not my first day. This is my first day. This is towards the end of the day. Now I'm going to scrapbook the actual party. So I can't wait to share that with you because we had a lot of fun with that one. Her sister-in-law made all of the arrangements for the party, and we made sure she was out of the house. So that's how that worked. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and, I wrote surprise party, the date of the party, and I'm gonna put that, and what I did is I used that small square, and then I created another small square to frame it out of the peach pie. All right, so I told you I was gonna show you how to do the flags. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this flag first, and I believe I wrote it down somewhere, but maybe I missed it. I believe I went 1.25 inches up, and I split it halfway. So this banner is how many inches wide? It is 5 inches wide, so that means I'm going to go at 2.5 inches. So I'm going to go 2.5 inches here. I'm going to put a little dot, and then I'm going to go up 1.5 inches at that dot. And I'm going to create another dot, and then I'm going to just draw a line from that dot to the edge, to the corner. And this way, I mean, there are other ways to create banners, but I don't do it very well. I can't just snip up a little bit and then cut these even so they're even. It would never work. So I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. Elton, you get a package of that paper to make your sister's scrapbook. You know what? That would be fun. That would be fun. Actually, I think I have. Oh, I don't have. I'd have to get another package. Yeah. So we'll cut our edge there, and then just to make sure, like, there's a little bit of. There we go. And I'll take my pencil and I'll just do a little erasing on the edge in case there's some there. All right. And I'm going to do the same thing for this one, but I'm going to do it on the green side. Oh, that's a fun side. You know what? I think I'm going to go with the polka dot. But I'm going to do the same thing. I think this is 5 inches. So we're going to measure 2.5. And I'm going to go up 1.5 inches and create another banner. Oops, don't want to mess that one up. So I hope everybody's having a good day. We're finally having some summer-like weather here. We're going to have it for a few more days, and then we go back to cold weather this weekend. But that's okay. It's nice having a little bit and easing into the summer. All right, so let's go ahead and cut this. And I'm going to be using the other side of this, the polka dot side, but it's easy to see the pencil side or the pencil markings on this. And you know what? I don't always I don't always cut straight lines, even when I have pencil marks to guide. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and attach these. And I want to make sure, some of the punch outs we're going to be using, I want to make sure that we line the pages up. So I'm going to put this like this, and I'm going to put this blue one here because I want to make sure that the stripes line up. They're not going to match up evenly as stripes would go, but I want to make sure that I have them even. So let's go ahead and attach this guy here. You like I do too. I like the banner cut, and I can never do it freehand like some people do. So I have learned how to measure and cut, and I've always learned to measure twice and cut once. So there's that banner piece. And then we're going to do another one right here. We're going to, right about there. So we'll put some banner here. And I've decided, in fact, hopefully it can, because I've added a little something to this page that's not in. I went a little rogue, but that's what's fun about scrapbooking is this kits is you can go exactly how they have it, or you can get a little rogue. And I'm going to go a little rogue, and I had a piece of this striped paper, but the cakes are going vertical, and it's 12 inches by, where's my ruler? There's my ruler. 12 inches by 1 7/8. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it right here on the edge. So let's go ahead and put a little bit of Stampin' Seal. Now I know I usually use Tombow glue or the glue, the multi-purpose glue for my cards and stuff more than I use the Stampin' Seal, but I really like the Stampin' Seal better for scrapbooking. Oh, I love how that looks. That little extra right there. All right, so let's go ahead now and I'll show you the pictures from the party that I was able to get. And again, some of these I actually also screenshotted from a video. Her blowing out her birthday cake is screenshotted from a video because I was too busy videotaping and her sister-in-law was too busy videotaping that none of us actually got pictures. Here is her cake. Her favorite color, if you can't tell, is pink. Is your friend Marty's favorite color pink? I would really start worrying. I'd start wondering if they're the same people. Marty, Mary, same business line. And if they both like pink and if they both like the Astros, I'd be like, So, all right, let's go ahead and put this page together. I'm going to, again, mat each of the pictures. And this is a picture of the cake. It was a macaron cake. It was pink and it's got little pink macaroons on it. And then this is my sister blowing out her cake. This is my niece, Emma. She's the one that's in color guard. Or she was in color guard. She's graduated from high school now, so she's not doing that. Although I think she's starting to, Hers is green. Oh, well, it's funny. You're the pink, Debbie. She's the green. Oh, that's funny because my mom's favorite color is green. But we're going to do this here. And my niece is not participating except for, I hear now she's going to start coaching. So that's what's going to be fun. She's coaching the color guard. All right, and this is when my sister walked in and saw all the people here. That's another screenshot because, again, I had video of it. Was too busy videotaping her response rather than getting a photo of her response. I don't know. I got to figure out how to do them both at the same time. All right, and then my niece and I, they had a photo wall. It looks like I can cut this one down a little bit because that's a little bit too. Let's see. 2 3/4. So this one needs to be actually 3. So let me cut this one down a little bit. All right, there we go. And, oh, there we go. Perfect mat. All right, let's mat that one. You were going to laugh. I was going to laugh. Is she was blue like Jenny. Oh, yeah, that would have been even funnier. So, all right. Let's do this. But we had a great time. We actually had to, and I think I have a picture of it. We actually had to get, this is my sister's second birthday cake for this trip because we knew that she would suspect something if we didn't have a birthday cake for her on her actual birthday because the party was a couple of days after her birthday. Her birthday is actually the 24th. And it was one of those things that we knew that if we didn't have a cake for her on the 24th, she'd be a little suspicious because that's who she is. So, all right, we're going to put this cake over here. I have these leaves out, but I don't think I need the leaves. And then we're going to blow out the candles right there. So let's go ahead and put this together. All right, let's put Emma and me at the photo wall backdrop with fun being silly. I just love my niece. She is such a kick in the pants. She's like my sister. She's just a kick in the pants. So I love that family. I love hanging out with them. So I can't wait until we can start traveling. I can go see them a little more frequently. All right. Do this. And, you know, a little fun thing. My niece is 2 years younger than my daughter. And my daughter's out there now going to school. But my daughter got a job teaching itty bitties, little kids, gymnastics because she was a gymnast for so long. And my niece actually teaches swimming out there. And they found out one day when they were talking, because somebody said, well, where do you go? My daughter said, where do you guys go for swim lessons? And they said, oh, we go to Emler's. And she goes, really? She goes, who's your teacher at Emler's? And they said, Miss Emma. And so they got to the fun of telling them that their gymnastics teacher was my daughter and their swim teacher was my daughter's cousin. So, all right, we're going to go there and there. Sort of fun in a small, I don't know if spring's small, but, you know, it's one of those things. It's fun. But anyway, there we go. There is our 2 layouts for my sister's 50th birthday surprise. My surprise trip out there for my sister's 50th birthday. We had such a wonderful time. It was such a blessing to be out there. I hope you enjoy this. We can never have too many cakes. No, we can never have too many cakes. You're right. I love cupcakes, you name them. I like them. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for joining me. I wanted to remind you, I just found out, I never knew it, but apparently this weekend is National Scrapbooking Day, I think. Patty, remind me. It's National Scrapbooking Day or Scrapbooking Weekend. I don't know. But it's this weekend. So I hope you find some inspiration with me, Patty, and Tammy's presentations today with the Wildflower birthdays or Wildflower celebrations kits. to create and scrapbook your favorite celebrations. And you can also go to our playlist and find our other scrapbooking layout ideas that we've done with some of the other scrapbooking kits by Stampin Up. It's just a day this Saturday. Okay, I was wondering if they did a whole weekend or just a day, but thank you, Patty. So anyway, so head over tomorrow to Stampin, www.stampinwithjen.com. Stampin has 2 N's, Jen has 2 N's. And you will find all of this, including links to this kit and everything else that I used. And then, what was it? I can't remember. Oh, links to Patty and Tammy's playlist so you can see their videos as well as there will be a replay of my video here. And we are excited to say that we are continuing with the Scrapbooking Trio, but we're doing a little twist on it, and we will be sharing, because once you guys have the new catalog in your hands, you'll find that not only do they have templates for cards, but they have templates for scrapbooking pages. And so we're going to use those and pick a theme for that month, and we're going to show you some fun scrapbooking layouts using all of the different kinds of Stampin' Up product, not just their scrapbooking kits. So we're excited to do that for you. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day. Enjoy your evening. And I look forward to seeing you next week, Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jenny. I think next week, Tammy, we're doing something out of the new catalog, aren't we? Because that day is the day that the new catalog goes live. So that's the other fun thing. Next Tuesday, the new catalog goes live, and you'll be able to start ordering all of the new stuff, including the new in colors. So anyway, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.